welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Kanaja Moniz, and I thank you for clicking my face in this lovely internet screen. I am going to be telling you 5 things you should know before going to North Carolina A&T. I did film a video before titled Why I Left NCAT, but before I got to A&T, I did watch a lot of videos on YouTube regarding the school before I got there, and I found them pretty helpful, so I figured I would film 5 things you should know before attending North Carolina A&T. Give me a comment if you're here watching and you're NCAT 22. Comment down below so I can give you a little shout out and like your comment and respond back if you have any questions. So without further ado, if you're interested in finding out 5 things you should know before attending North Carolina A&T, just keep on watching. So I did compose a list in my journal of 5 things you should know, just so I am not rambling and talking about absolutely nothing. So the first thing you should know before going to North Carolina A&T is the financial aid office is not going to handle anything with urgency unless you keep pushing the issue. I needed to handle anything in the financial aid office, I had to pull up in person because on the phone they'll never answer, or they'll place you on hold for a very long time and you just won't get anything you need done. They have no urgency when it comes to handling your account or anything regarding your financial aid because they don't have to really care. It's all about you and all about you being persistent and handling the things that you need to get done. If your financial aid is not handled by the time everything is due when it comes to classes, all the classes you registered for will be dropped. So it's very, very inconvenient for your classes to be dropped. I have friends who had their financial aid covered and then something went wrong, either missing paperwork or just missing information, and their classes were dropped and they had to just completely re-register for everything that they needed. And since the classes do get full quick, a lot of the classes are only offered the next semester following it, so you would just have to wait a whole nother semester, which causes you money and is just a headache, and nobody wants to deal with that shit. The second thing you should know before attending North Carolina A&T is housing. Housing will feed you a little bit of lies when it comes to what's available, just because they know that they are going to receive a lot of calls regarding new placement. When I first got to A&T, I was placed in an all-girl dorm called Mora, which had communal bathrooms, meaning everybody on my hall shared the same bathroom. The bathrooms are pretty disgusting most of the time, and I was not going to spend a whole year staying in Moro. So after 2 weeks, I tried to replace somewhere. I got lucky and did meet a roommate who was in suites and didn't have a roommate at the time, and I had to continuously press the housing people to get me placed in suites. They will tell you that there's nothing available and that you have to wait till a specific day to reapply for new housing. That is not the case. Sometimes you just have to get your parents to call because a lot of the times they do not take students seriously. And my mom just gave them a call, shot them an email, and I was placed in suites, which is a co-ed dorm, and you have your own bathroom with 2 other people, your suite mates, and it was just way easier living. Co-ed dorms are just way better at A&T. They're just more relaxed, not as strict. Dorm, an all-girl dorm, or the all-boy dorms, because they are old, they are outdated, and they're just not the move. Some of the dorms do have microwaves and fridges. I think this year they did implement all of them having refrigerators and microwaves. I could be wrong. When I attended, the only dorms that were able to have a fridge and microwave that wasn't co-ed was Moro, and it's just a headache to not have your own microwave or refrigerator in your dorm. So the third thing that you should know before attending North Carolina A&T is if you have your own business, you need to go ahead and start pushing your business as soon as you step foot on that campus. You have to make sure that people know what you do, people know what your side work is, whether you do hair, whether you do lashes, whether you make music. Make sure your brand is branded as soon as you get to campus. I made the mistake of waiting a little bit longer to push what I am into. I am a photographer, so if you do need pictures taken, just comment down below or shoot me an email or shoot me a DM on Twitter or on Instagram, and I can help you out with those pictures. One of my regrets, I did meet a lot of people at A&T, and a lot of them didn't know that I had a side hustle. So it's just imperative that you have your business known and people know your brand, people know your name. Continuously push your brand. So the fourth thing that you should know is the NCAT hashtag is your lifeline. Anything going on campus is typically under the hashtag on Twitter or on Instagram. It's how you know where all the moves are, how you know where parties are, how you know events going on campus. It's just everything for you. I use that hashtag almost 4 or 5 times a day just to find out what was going on campus, because communication on campus isn't that pushed. Social media is the biggest necessity when it comes to surviving A&T. If you don't have social media, find a friend with social media, use that NCAT hashtag to push your business, to push your brand, to find out where parties are, to sell things, to find new people to hang out with. The NCAT hashtag is going to be your everything, and make it your everything. The fifth thing that you should know about A&T is the CAF has some kind of weird hours sometimes, so it's important to schedule your classes around being able to eat in the CAF. If you have a schedule where the CAF is open when you're in class, or it's closed when you need to go and get something to eat, it is just going to be a hassle to go and get food throughout the day. It's just not worth it. Make sure that your schedule is around the NCAT cafeteria hours, because you're just going to be hungry and you're going to just be eating Hot Pockets and fucking ramen noodles in your dorm, and no one wants that. You offer Simply to Go, which is open all day, but it's not as good as the CAF. It's just like a lunchbox meal compared to the CAF. Not as good as eating in the CAF. The CAF is disgusting regardless, but you don't want to be hungry. So those are 5 things that you should know before attending North Carolina A&T. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have knowledge on the school. I am pretty plugged in the school. I still have a lot of friends there. I am able to give you a little bit of advice before you step foot on that campus. Follow me on my social media. I'd love to reach out and talk to any of you with any questions that you might have. Also, be your friend. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later in my next video.